Born and raised up in a city where many done scratched and clawed, where you know if you don't stand for something, you gon' have to fall. But I'm back to doing things I refuse to get back involved with.
Welcome to the second ever disKUSHion with your host, Matt KK. Who do I have the pleasure of sitting down with today?
You have the pleasure of speaking to Magikk, Magikk to be exact, from Chicago. And I guess people will put me as a hip hop artist, I guess.
You do?
Yeah. I don't know, I like to go all around with it at times, but mostly hip hop.
Okay. And how long have you been in the music scene?
20 years, honestly. Yeah. Been writing since I was 9, and I started recording at 13, 14. So.
Okay. What is it about music that makes you be so passionate about it?
Ooh, that's a doozy. I kind of grew up being a quiet kid, to be honest. So I really didn't have like an outlet until I started doing music. So basically that's where all of my anger comes from, my emotion, just how I'm feeling at the time. I just put it on paper. Well, not exactly put it on paper, but you know, you could just feel the emotion through the paper. Mm-hmm. That type of writing. Yeah, I just love the fact that you can say anything you want to. You can convey emotion any way that you want to, and it just brings people together. That's what I really love about music the most.
It really does. Yeah. It's the universal language.
But definitely.
Can you remember the first song you ever wrote?
I actually can. It was a remix to what's that ludicrous song with Shauna? No, What's Your Fantasy? What's Your Fantasy? And it was so
okay.
It was so stupid because it was so stupid because instead of like the part when Ludacris was saying I'm gonna lick you from your head to your toes, I was like I'm gonna kick you from your head to your toes.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that was basically it. I didn't like record or anything, but it was just, you know, a little remix written down.
Okay. Do you prefer the writing part or the recording part?
Half and half. I can't go one without the other. Because when I write, I always picture how I would say it. And if that's the right type of emotion for that type of moment, that's part of my writing process. And to actually get that out on the mic is the other half of like basically how music is a remedy to me, or you know, it helps with my stress relief or whatever. Just yelling it out there, getting it on there, just it really helps soothe me and helps me be the happy person that I am. Yeah, I don't know how else to describe it, you know. But.
Do you have a specific method when it comes to either or?
Yeah, when it comes to writing, I will pick my beats out, and when I do pick my beats out, I just break down the beat, and I'll be like, okay, this type of emotion goes here, or this type of flow goes here. Okay, well, what can I say? Let me hum out a melody. Okay, maybe I should end the line with these words. Now, what can I say with these words that can cause an impact for the listener, you know, the most impact when they listen to it, or, you know, how they can relate to it.
Right.
So, and then basically how I say it. Okay, well, let me rehearse and make sure I got it right. Okay, let me go to the studio and just do that. When it comes to recording, really all I need is a Black and Mild and a Mountain Dew, and I'm straight, and I'm good to go.
Okay.
So just like no like real ritual or anything like that. I just love being in the studio. So as soon as I know that I'm going to the studio, I'm ready to
go. Okay. Okay. Tell me what the word vision means to you.
Oof. Really just foresight and hindsight. as far as vision, just being able to see just not in front of you but all around, and being aware of your surroundings, and also when you be aware of those surroundings, make sure it stays in your head, so when you get into a situation like that again, you have that hindsight vision, to help you out, shit like that.
Okay. What would you say was the most difficult part about coming up with this last project?
Two things, and that was getting back to it, because I took basically a couple years off of just music, period, personal reasons. So just the hardest part was getting back to it and getting the confidence, basically, to make it. And my newest single, basically, the hardest thing was just getting through with it, because I put so much emotion to it. It's probably my most personal song. So the fact that I actually got it out there, it was difficult at first, but kind of like therapy. So once you get through it.
Right, I was gonna say, so like kind of like now that it's out, like a
right,
like the relief.
All that weight off of my chest,
Okay, I get that. What's the major thing you would like to be remembered about for this project?
The transition, because the reason why I say transition is this project really, I wanted to demonstrate the type of music that I've already made and the type of music that I want to basically get into later on. I have like a lot of songs to be released, hint, and basically I want to just drain everything out and get through with it, and I feel like this project gives you basically a touch of everything that's to expect from the next couple of years. So yeah, basically that's it.
Besides emotion and feelings and everything that you said that you put into it, what would you say motivated you to come up with this one?
The whole project, or
yeah.
Mostly it was the fact that it was just it started off as a follow-up just to my last project, and it ended up being something more once I started adding those other personal tracks to it. Yeah, just being back in the studio, really, just getting back to making music, because that's the one thing that makes me completely happy. That is the one thing that I know that I'm exceptional at. Not to toot my own horn, but if you have a talent, then you will like to do that talent for the rest of your life. And I'm pretty sure that I am in a marriage with music, honestly. So I'm just happy that I'm back to making it.
Okay. Now I know you also kind of mentioned a transition happening. You said between this and your last one. How would you compare those styles? Like your older style as opposed to your newer one?
My older style was super aggressive, very aggressive, because all I made was mostly aggressive stuff. And it was more of a cocky aggressiveness, because it was like, hey, I can rap better than you, and I know I can. I'm about to show you that I can. But
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but with this project, it was more like, I just all the things that has happened to me for like the past 2 or 3 years, I really needed to get it out. So I just felt like my music is kind of more effective in that way, and just trying to, make everything, I guess, more real instead of just lyrical and real at the same time,
Like kind of like a Girls With You type of thing?
Yeah, more of a blend than what I was doing before.
Okay.
I just want to basically show people like the big change and how versatile I can get now.
Okay. Look out for that, guys.
Look out for that.
What makes you what makes you proudest of this project?
My title track, the vision track that's coming out. I just proving to myself that I can get that emotion out at that level of a track is what really made me proud of it. And it was not just proof to everybody else, but proof to myself, hey, you can do this, you know, you can make more stuff like this and still be as effective, you know. So it was kind of a true journey as an artist with this project. Even though it was like quickly put together, it still was a decent journey for me.
How long does it usually take you to put something together?
It doesn't really take long unless it's like more of a concept. If it's just a project that I want to put out because I feel like it, then you know it probably won't take nothing but like 2 to 3 months. But there are projects that I like taking time on and making sure that everything's perfect. And with those, it'll probably take like a half a year, maybe a year. It depends on if I feel like the project is, you know, ready or not.
Right. Well, is there anything that you would like to add or say to the viewees at home?
Yeah, guys, you can follow me everywhere at Long Live Magikk. 2 Ks, no C. Just watch out for any of my projects, videos, or whatever. There's going to be a Twitch somewhere down the line. I don't know, but it's going to be Long Live Magikk too. Shout out to OCE, shout out to PT, Deja, Lamar. I would probably be here if I need to shout out everybody. But everybody that knows that they're my family, I love you guys. And I will keep pushing for you and all my fans.
Okay. And then, of course, everything will be posted down in the description below to where you can find Magikk and his unique style.
This that herb like a sack flow. I'm on stage causing rampages, watching niggas hating in the back row. I think they mad cause I'm shitting on them. Is that why they call me an asshole? Applying pressure to the backbone. Get the same pressure when I put up money, they be sweating hard cause they cash low. That money talks never facts, bro. The originator came and shot a clones, catch you lames thinking that you had a hope. To have my fix, it came back for more like a skinny whack black crack hoe. Hope you bringing up the past the most, mostly now cause I got rap. They all know that I be out of shape, but I still run the game and it's a long lap. I get G's from hot 16s, nigga, fuck your so-called hot track.